Hey, how's it going everyone? Taysin here and welcome back to another pickups video. So this is pickups number 4 for the year. It's April, May and June. So normally I do monthly, but for 2 of the past 3 months I basically, I didn't really get anything. It was pretty dry. It was a combination of just wasn't looking for anything or money, busy with, other stuff. But all combined I've got quite a lot now. So let's get right into it. So starting off with the PlayStation, for PS2 I got Dark Cloud. Been wanting this game since I was a kid because I remember a long time ago a kid had Dark Chronicle or Dark Cloud 2 and I always wanted to play this one. I think I had this was on the demo disc I had for the PS2, but I lost the demo disc. It's somewhere around, but I never actually played it, the demo itself. But yeah, I really wanted it. So goes for about $60 retail here. I got it for half the price. Missing the manual though, and the boxes. Yeah, it's got a bit of scruffs and stuff, but I thought I might find the manual somewhere. But the important thing is I just wanted to get this game. I also picked it up on PSN for PlayStation 4, so yeah, I'll play it on that one. But glad to finally have it. Second on the list, I'm really happy to get this. I've been waiting for a long time, and that is the limited edition of Kingdom Hearts 1.5 Remix, and I got it for $12 off eBay, and I was ecstatic for this price. So basically, the person was selling it for 20, maybe I'm just trying to think, $35 including postage. And it turned out that hang on, I haggled him down to 30. And then there was it was $30 he was selling it for including postage. I haggled him down to 25, and he told me it was an Australian copy. He just had a stock photo, and it turned out it was a UK copy. So the only difference between the two is just this has like the UK symbol. Same with on the manual. When it's it's pretty much exactly the same. And I've already got the game on PS3, the original, but I wanted to get this booklet because it shows like this is Sora's, one of his original designs and everything. So I didn't really care as much that it was the UK copy. I still would love to get an Australian copy, swap it or something, trade it. But yeah, so because of that, I asked him, because he told me it was an Australian copy and it wasn't, can I get an extra $5 off? So he gave it to me for 20, including postage, and postage is about $8, not $80. That'd be a bit too much. So yeah, really happy to get this and finally have it in my collection. Next up, I got Journey Collector's Edition on PS4. Got this for I think $19 off cash converters. So this includes Journey, Flower, and Flow. Already played through Journey. Really amazing game. Really very spiritual. It's like the pilgrimage. It sort of feels like your life, a journey of your life. Like as you're going through the certain areas, you actually think about things in your own life. It's sort of like it evokes feelings and emotions and memories and stuff, and it was really powerful. It's only like 2.5 hours or so, but it's something that it's got a lot of replay value. You go back and you might be meeting other people that you play with, and stuff like that. Yeah, hard to describe, but really fantastic. I haven't played Flower or Flow, but I'll definitely give them a go sometime soon. Also on the PS4 is Ratchet and Clank, the I'm not sure if you call it a reboot, remake, or reimagining, one of the three or all of the three. As someone who got Ratchet and Clank, the original one, when it first came out on the PS2, and it was one of the first games I got on the PS2, I was a bit worried, but after playing this, I'm confident that this is a great game. This is done really well. Obviously, there's differences, and they've combined things from the expanded universe of the other Ratchet and Clank games, and so they've reimagined it in a sense. But it's amazing. Give it a go. You'll really like it. There's really some parts of it that it's hard to explain, but it was fun. So I already played through it, beat it, and I haven't done the second playthrough, but Ratchet and Clank games, it's like I don't go straight into a second playthrough. I always like to beat it first, got the story, done everything I can in that original playthrough, and then later on when I'm feeling it, go back through and sort of, do that bit of completionist sort of thing. And lastly, for the PlayStation, it was in one of my recent videos, and that is Persona 4 Golden. So I've never played a Persona game ever in my life. I've got Persona 4 Golden, not Persona 4 Golden, Persona 4 the anime. haven't watched it yet. I just watched the first episode, but now that I got this, it's like I don't actually want to watch the anime yet because I'd rather go through the game first. But yeah, I picked this up from an awesome guy through Gumtree. It's a online trading post style. I think eBay own it here in Australia, but it's free posting and everything like that. In terms of like people putting the ads up and stuff. And yeah, I got it for about $22 excluding postage. And this game is really hard to find an Australian copy at least. So that's just pretty much the classification symbol and stuff. So really happy to finally get this, and I can play this on my PS Vita TV. Moving on to Nintendo now. I've got a couple of games. So starting off for the Wii U, I got Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. I got this for about $29 from Cash Converters. Wii U games are quite expensive and harder to find secondhand in Australia, at least for cheaper. Obviously games here do cost a lot more in general because we have a lot less of them. So, we sort of have to do the best with what we can. But yeah, haven't played it. Would love to play it. Might do like a initial like impressions playthrough or something sometime. We'll see how we go. But yeah, that's the first one. Second up, I got Yoshi's Woolly World. Also a game, I've been interested to play. I think it's ever since Xander played it, and you mentioned it on your channel once. You said, definitely a good game to get. And I got it for a good price, also about $30 or so. So, happy to add that to my collection. It's also Wii U games. I feel like, one day it's going to be like the Dreamcast 2.0 or something, and people really going to be, looking for these Wii U games. And then also I got Star Fox Zero, also from Cash Converters. I got this for about $40, and this is really just not long after it came out. So considering it was like $70 in store and still is, I was really happy to get it for almost half the price. So yeah, really happy with that. Another few Nintendo games. Now, I'm not sure if I picked this up prior and I just forgot about it, but I think I got it in the past 3 months, and that is Star Wars Rogue Squadron 1. So it finally completes my Rogue Squadron set. I got this for, I think, $10 or $15, one of the two, but I found it through Gumtree. Guy was local, went and picked it up. Absolute perfect condition, everything. It's, unbelievable condition. It hasn't got any sort of, writing or anything like that on it. So really happy to finally get this. This is where all my memories have been with Rogue Squadron. So I'd love to get the expansion pack, and then I can play it in. I think it's like double the resolution or something. So I'm really happy with that. And then also, lastly, I got Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past plus 4 Swords. Is it? Yeah, plus 4 Swords. Yeah, I get confused with 4 Swords and 4 Swords Adventures. So this is the, the definitive edition of A Link to the Past. And I've said this before, I have issues playing handheld games. It just hurts my neck a lot. So I really want to get this Game Boy, GameCube Game Boy player, so I can finally, play this on the screen. But I actually picked it up also on a Wii U eShop half price sale for like, I think it was like, I don't know, $5 or less than that Australian. This is the Super Nintendo version, and I think the differences between them aren't that significant, so I'll probably just play the Super Nintendo version if I sort of can't hold off and wait. So yeah, really happy with that one. And moving on to the more of the sort of Nintendo handhelds, I got Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. I got this for $30 brand new from Target. It was like a half price, and being brand new, I wasn't going to complain. I thought definitely get this. I really want to play it. Then I also picked up Fire Emblem Awakening. Really happy to get this. This goes for quite a bit here in Australia, so you go for at least $40. Again, prices do cost a lot more here. It's a lot more of a niche thing. And I got this for $30, I believe. So finally happy to play it. Actually, funny story. When it arrived in the mail, I opened it up and the game wasn't there, and I was like, what is going on? And it turned out that, I had to double check then, I was a bit worried. It turns out they sent me everything except the game. The game was still in the drawer, so then they had to repost that out, but I got it and it's all good. Next up is Bravely Default. This is recommended to me by a friend of mine, and he was mentioning that I think it's in US or something. It's called Bravely Default Flying Fairy maybe or something, but FF, Final Fantasy. It's also by Square Enix, and I thought, it's good to see Square Enix like bring out some more RPGs and stuff now. So I thought this is something I really want to get, especially before it goes up too much. Also got it for about in the 30s or so. Pretty good considering it goes for over 40, sometimes $50 here. Then bringing out my Pokemon love, I got myself Pokemon Platinum version. I got this really cheap. I think it was like $20 something, and it said it was missing the manuals and stuff. And then when it arrived, it actually had everything all there, all the manuals. It was a bit weird. Like when I got the parcel, it felt sort of heavy, and I was like, hang on. But yeah, my win, I guess. So really happy to get that. And yeah, give it a go through sometime soon. And then I also picked up, so this is going back to my favourite Pokemon generation, and I got Pokemon Soul Silver complete with the Pokewalker. Really happy to get this, and this goes for so much money here. I think it goes for at least 150 Australian, and I managed to pick it up for 100 or so, or just under 100. Only thing it's missing is just the belt clip that the Pokewalker attaches to, but I mean, that's just plastic in the end. As long as I got everything else, like manuals, the game especially, case, and the Pokewalker. So, tested it all works fine. So, really glad to get it. But it was like there's a little issue. It took a while for the guy to send it out, and there's some contact thing, something, I'm not sure. I just didn't hear from him for a while, and I thought he ran off with my money. So, in the meantime, I ended up actually finding, just by chance, just the cartridge loose of Pokemon Soul Silver. So this is another one, and this was for really cheap. So these go for at least $70, just the cartridge alone, and I found it for $30 something, $39. So I thought I'll get this anyway, because if the guys ran off with my money, which in the end he didn't, but I thought then I've at least got this game, because this is my second generation, was the final generation I played. It was Gold version, and to finally be able to have a remake, I thought really want to get this. Okay, so now moving on to sort of my figures, etc. and stuff. And first off, this is actually something I've never gotten before, and that is gaming soundtracks. So I never see gaming soundtracks here at all. And one of my favourite Final Fantasy soundtracks is Final Fantasy X-2, and I managed to find Final Fantasy X-2 original soundtrack and the Final Fantasy X-2 piano collections. And I just had to grab it. So I was able to haggle the guy. I was able to get the original soundtrack for 20 and this one for 25. So I got $5 off each of them, so $10 off in total. And I'm not complaining with that price at all, because these are just so hard to come by. I don't think they were ever sold, in Australia at least. So happy to really get that. Next up, I'll go on to this first, and that is, I managed to pick up half of the full set for the original Pokemon cards. So these are all back to back and everything. And I'm not sure how many there are. There's quite a lot, about 60 or something. Let's just read, 102 in the original set. So I managed to get over half of them. And I used to collect Pokemon cards, just the original when I was a kid, or the original 151 from the original lot. And when I saw this, I thought I have to get it. So Cash Givers were selling it for like $25, and I mean, they're just so hard to come by now, and I don't want to have to go out and like find individual ones. So, and they sort of just forgot, they sort of left my mind, more than 10 years ago. I think I've still got mine. They're all somewhere, got shinies and stuff like that. But yeah, so I might actually now try and get the full set. So yeah, really happy to get that. Going on to anime now, I managed to get the Legend of Korra, the complete series Blu-ray. Got it brand new for $40, and it's actually been discontinued here. It was the last one left at the store, and there were no other stores around that I could find it for. I was able to get the DVD collection for like $27, but I thought, no, I'm going to pay the extra for the Blu-ray just because there's some extra stuff in it. And I'm a big fan of Avatar, the original one. So I thought, I really want to see this one day. So while it's still there, I'll definitely get it. Next, I got an anime that I've never heard of prior. And I never really buy animes that I sort of never heard of. But this just looks really good. And it's called Blast of Tempest. So I got the complete collection for maybe $20 or so. And yeah, really happy to get it. I haven't started watching it yet, so I can't really say too much yet. But yeah, happy to add that to the collection. Then also for anime, I managed to get Air Gear, the complete collection. An anime that I've seen here and there, but never really had any interest to get it. But they were actually just selling it for $12 at Cash Converters. So I thought, for that price, animes you don't see them around much here in Australia. So I thought I'll definitely grab it. And then I also managed to pick up the first Death Note anime movie, or it sort of covers the first half of the series, and that is Death Note Relight, Visions of a God. I always wanted to get this because obviously just sort of goes over the first part of Death Note, but also with some extra scenes and stuff in it, which is good. And yeah, there's 2 of them, so I managed to get this for I think like $7 or so, $6 maybe. So yeah, happy to pay hardly anything for that. Moving on to figures now. I got quite a few figures here. So first up, all Dragon Ball Z naturally. I got Beerus, the God of Destruction. I managed to get Super Saiyan 2 Gohan Master Star. So this is a real good size one. So the Beerus I got for $30. So these are all brand new. I got them from Madman and EB Games and stuff. And yeah, this is the special color variation. So it's just got all like the scratches and scars and everything, all the battle wounds I should say from his battle against Cell. Really happy to get this because when it was being sold last year without the sort of the scratches and stuff, it got sold out and never showed up again until now. So I just jumped on it. I managed to also get, accompanying that, is Super Perfect Cell. So Cell's final form. This is obviously showcasing that battle. I won't say any more, I don't want to spoil it for anyone. But yeah, got this for $28 from EB Games. Happy to add that to the list now. I finally got Cell in his final form. I managed to get Super Saiyan 2 Goku. I wasn't really ever really looking out to get Super Saiyan 2 Goku because now I got Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, but he's showing up at actually I don't want to spoil anything, but basically this figure showed up, and yeah, I think it's the first I've seen a Super Saiyan 2 figure of Goku, so I thought I'll definitely get it. Next up, this is another Bandai Master Size one. So the Master Size are generally the bigger ones, and that is Gotenks. Really happy to get this. Got this from EB Games for $29.99. So yeah, good to have Gotenks shining. And lastly, my favorite. So this is one of my all-time favorite characters of Dragon Ball Z in all-time favorite forms. So this is coming from one of my favorite scenes in the game, and that is Super Saiyan Trunks. Really happy to get this. Also $30, brand new. And yeah, they're obviously you might be able to see some of them above me on the collection. I've decided just to show the boxes now because it's getting so like full behind me that it's sort of hard to take them out and things like that. But yeah, anyways, this all does it for my pickups for the past 3 months. Maybe I've missed some things and they're just on my shelf and I'm just not sure anymore what I picked up, but I'm pretty confident that I got everything. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on anything here. It's like quite a variety. I mean, we've got games, handheld console, Pokemon cards, anime figures, and soundtracks. So yeah, there's quite a few things here that are very new pickups for me, in terms of the soundtracks especially. So anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for sharing and subscribing, and until next video, stay spot on.